Okay, we're just about ready to get started. I'm going to be playing, trying out Menace, which is a RTS, tactical RTS RPG. Basically, set in the near future, I would think by looking at the screenshots. I mean, we've got modern weaponry here. We do have spaceships, but and mechs, but like the weapons and the uniforms and all that are pretty modern in the vehicles. Looks like there might be bugs. So we're going to see what the demo's like, see if this is going to be something worth purchasing. It's not out yet. It comes out, it says February 5th, 2026. These are the people that made Battle Brothers. I'm not sure if you are familiar with that, but this is Battle Brothers right here. Kind of never grew on me because of the way they represent characters with the big heads instead of actual characters. But I've heard the game is like really well received by people who like tactical RPGs. So one day I might try it. But so we're going to get started with Menace. See what it is. I'll read you a little blurb about it. Lead a strike force against an alien threat in this turn-based tactical RPG from the developers of Battle Brothers. Answer distress calls across different worlds. Train and equip infantry, deploy tanks and mechs, and plan and execute missions in detailed turn-based battles. I don't know how long the demo is, so see how long this stream goes. And we're just going to get straight to it. Oh, I like that. Straight into the game. All right. I'll show you the settings menu so you can see what you got. You got your basic GUI stuff. Allow movement while deployed is turned off by default, which is just a little odd, but maybe there's a reason for that. Let's see, controls. I'm going to be using keyboard and mouse, so I don't even know if it has controller options or not, which this isn't the kind of game you typically would play with a controller. Display, you get your basic options. I've got VSync turned off because I've got a G-Sync monitor. I've got the max frame rate locked at 60. It can go up to 300. I have it on 60 because of streaming. Graphics, you got plenty of different options here for graphics. I don't know. I don't see NVIDIA DLSS or AMD's. I forget what theirs is called. I don't see any of that on there. I want to check and see. Yeah, no, you just got SMAA and FXAA. Now, if we do the upscaling, I have a feeling the upscaling quality means that it does have. Yes, it does. Okay, so it's got FSSR3, DLSS, and off. Right now, I'm going to leave all that off because I want to see how the game plays with everything cranked up and nothing helping it. Audio, I've got the music turned off because of copyright. I don't want to get hit with that. This is how I usually set up most of my audio. I always have voice usually at the highest. UI, like clicks and stuff like that. Effects I usually put around 85%. And ambient volume I usually turn down to 70 or so. I want to be able to hear what people are saying, most importantly. Second most importantly, I want to be able to hear the gunfire and stuff like that. Ambient stuff is usually stuff you could play without. Wind, birds chirping, water, stuff like that. And those are your basic options. This is still an early game. This version of the game is still an early build and focuses entirely on the combat layer to give you a taste of what's to come and to get your feedback and thoughts. You'll see just one biome, and all your battles will be against the pirate enemy faction. But every mission and map is procedurally generated. When the game releases, it will include multiple planets, more biomes, and multiple enemy factions, along many more squad leaders to recruit, and a much larger number of weapons, accessories, vehicles, armors, and other equipment to buy from the black market or loot off the battlefields. It will also include a strategic layer that sees your leading your squaddies into battle. MENACE combines squad management on board the TCRN Impetus. Impetus? Is it impetus or I don't know. How do you pronounce that? I think it's impetus. Let's
Impetus.
impetus.
Impetus. Impetus. Impetus.
Impetus. So I was saying it right. Okay. Impetus, with turn-based tactical battles down on the backwater planets of the Wayback System. In this demo, you will have the opportunity to customize your squads with a variety of weapons and accessories, plan your strategy in a procedurally generated operation, and execute that plan on a desert planet against pirates. This operation consists of 3 missions randomly selected from a pool of 10, providing replayability even with just this one operation. The full game at early access will consist of multiple planets with different biomes, several complex operations with branching paths, and a significantly larger mission pool pitting you against a greater variety of enemy factions. What you're about to see is just scratching the surface. Okay. Crew on the TCRN. That's a tongue twister. They should just went with like TCN or something like that. Impetus is comprised of different squads of soldiers, each led by a squad leader. These squad leaders have their own personalities, backstories, and unique perk trees, allowing for a varied set of soldiers to deploy onto the battlefield. While some squad leaders are in charge of infantry squads, others are pilots arriving on the battlefield in one of a variety of vehicles instead. Each squad has a range of customization options to make them even more unique based on the equipment you have at hand. Squad leader has a range of stats that determine their roles and effectiveness on the battlefield. Action points. Each character has a finite, not infinite, that would be funny, a finite amount of action points or AP per turn. Any action like moving a tile or using a skill costs a certain amount of AP. You ever played any turn-based games, you know what AP is. Basically, it limits to how much you can do per turn. Moving, shooting, stuff like that. Each takes action points. When you run out of action points, that character's turn is over. Hit points, the amount of damage a unit can take until one squaddie is removed as a casualty. A squad with 10 HP and 5 elements can take a total of 50 damage until it is entirely out of action. Armor value depends on the armor the squad has equipped. The higher the value, the more penetration the attack needs to deal damage. Discipline reduces incoming suppression and increases suppression recovery. Morale tests are also done against the discipline of a unit. These have to be succeeded when losing elements. Friendly units are killed or allies flee from the battlefield. The higher the discipline, the less likely a squad is to become wavering or flee from the battlefield. Accuracy. This determines the chances of hitting for all attacks. Accuracy can be reduced when suppressed by enemy fire and a result of other effects. It can also be improved by using the deploy action in combat. Detection. How well a squad can detect hidden concealed enemy units. This value is subtracted from the enemy's concealment value. View range is distance in tiles the squad can see and reveal enemy units that have no concealment. Certain large objects can completely block lines of sight and allow for hidden approaches. So LOS, line of sight. Concealment, how well the squad can stay hidden while in the field of view of enemy units. This is also increased by the environment like forests, buildings, or tall grass. A unit with some concealment that is deployed behind cover can ambush enemies very effectively. Specific starting perk. Every squad leader starts with one specific perk already unlocked. They're very different between squad leaders, and they're designed to make them feel unique and emphasize each individual's character. Perk tree. Each squad leader has their perk tree that can be unlocked through promotions. Not all perks are unique to each character, but the selection and order of unlocks will be different for each. Infantry squads that are going to be the most common type of squad you will recruit. Squad size, you'll have access to a limited number of squaddies at any given time. Assign them to different squad leaders to increase or decrease their squad sizes respectively. Additional squaddies can be acquired in a few different ways to replace those that fall in combat, as we'll describe later. Note that increasing the size of a squad will also increase your logistics costs to deploy on missions. Infantry weapon, the primary weapon. Hovering over any weapon provides you with a range of stats. Infantry special weapons such as LMG, RPG, or sniper rifle can only be equipped in the slot and are less common than the regular infantry weapons. A single specialist in the squad carries this weapon, and they will typically have a limited number of uses per battle. Infantry armor. Your squads can equip themselves with multiple types of armor, which not only protect each against different kinds of weapons, but can also expand the number of accessories the squad can carry. Armor also has a durability that is reduced every time it successfully stops a bullet, so your armor does wear out. Infantry accessories. These accessories can range from grenades and magazine pouches to explosives and reconnaissance drones, giving your squads an advantage on missions. I never would have thought of a grenade as an accessory, but okay. Pilot squad leaders are much less common, but are as equally as varied in their customization. Vehicle. The squad will remain inactive until you select a vehicle for the squad leader to operate. Do note that you will need to manually add the squad to the mission using the Add to Mission button at the top right. Modular vehicle heavy. Heavy and powerful weapons can be added to this slot. Modular vehicle light. Light weapons similar to the infantry special weapon, but designed to attach to the vehicle instead, such as MMGs, light flamethrowers, or plasma rifles. So the plasma rifles are more of a futuristic thing. They added to it. Vehicle accessories. Similar to infantry accessories, these additional items can provide your vehicle with advantages on missions. Once you've customized your squads, it's time to head to your first operation. In this demo build, you will have only access to a single procedurally generated operation comprised of 3 missions picked randomly from a pool of 10. Missions in MENACE are procedurally generated, meaning you may not have the same mission types through multiple playthroughs. You can click on any mission in the set to find out details, including difficulty, logistics, limits, description, objectives, and potential rewards. This will allow you to determine which operation path to follow, especially when the game releases. An operation consists of branching paths with different challenges, opportunities, and rewards. I hope they add a level editor or a campaign editor where you can create your own maps and levels and campaigns. I love it when games do that. They add so much longevity to a game. There's some games I've played that are 20-something years old, and the reason I play them is because they have stuff like that in them. Operation consists of let's see what. Some of these rewards are permanent additions to your inventory, such as equipment, while others specifically help make this particular operation easier, like reinforcements in the final mission. Once you've selected your mission, you'll need to prepare for it. There are a few key elements to look over before starting. Details and objectives. Provides time of day, weather, and objectives for your mission. Note that certain weather conditions can cause limited visibility for squads, potentially slowing them down and reducing their field of vision. The nighttime missions vastly reduces the line of sight for your squad. Intel details, while not available in this demo, upgrading to TCRN Impetus, I'm just going to call it TCRN, Intel components will allow you to potentially see detailed information about enemy squad positions and squad types. For now, you will only see unknown for all squads. That's number 2. I think that, I don't think that matches with that. Anyway, squad positioning. You can position all squads within the light orange regions on the mission map. So this area here. This is essential for mission success as it allows you to determine where to deploy specific squads to achieve certain objectives or counter enemy squad types once you have gathered intel. To move your squad, oh, you got an error here. To move your squad, to move your squad, left click and drag the squad to the desired location and drop it into place. Mission supplies. Each mission has a limited amount of supplies you can equip. Hovering over each squad, you can see the logistics cost for each squad in the mission. If you are over the supply limit of the mission, consider modifying your squad's loadouts or squad size, which can be done in the mission prep screen. All right, combat, the basics. Combat in MENACE is based on a traditional turn-based tactical system with some new mechanics that you'll need to keep in mind for a successful mission. Missions are comprised of rounds or turns, where all units on the battlefield are allowed to have their actions before starting the next round. Unlike other turn-based tactical games, there is no initiative system here, meaning any squad can move during that factor's turn, and there are no perks, abilities, or weapons that ensure a certain squad can move before any other. Each faction must move all their squad once before being able to use a prior one again in the next round. Let me read that. Each faction must move all of their squads once before being allowed to use a prior one again in the next round. Is that saying everybody has to move? Or can you skip a person? Like, say you want somebody to camp somewhere or set up a sniper spot. Combat order. In MENACE, you decide the order of your unit's movements. This means you can move a tank into position at the very end of a round, at the start of the round, use the same tank to attack first before your other units. Once you've begun a unit's actions, it is committed until they either use up all their AP or you choose to end their turn before doing so. So be cautious. Ending that unit's turn means they cannot use their AP again until all the units on the battlefield have gone through their turn. If you overextend a squad at the start of your round and stumble on multiple enemy units, these units could converge on your squad, having several chances to attack you before you can do anything in response. Once your unit has finished its turn, it'll cycle through all other factions on the battlefield, allowing a single squad per faction to complete its turn before returning to you. Note that other factions may have more squads than you do, resulting in multiple cycles of those factions until everyone has had their turn. Each squad has action point or AP that determines everything they can do in a single turn, including movement, using equipment, and attacking an enemy. There are numerical indicators for every action that represent the cost of AP for that unit. Deploying costs 20 AP, deploying to use your infantry special weapons. So you have to deploy to use your special weapons. Firing a rifle costs 40 AP. Moving to a new tile will provide a cost next to the move text. The AP bar at the bottom of the squad's panel will indicate visually how much is left after the action. So it'll be down here. Well, they linked the wrong image apparently. Cover and LOS. Both infantry and vehicles can utilize cover, with each tile having various levels of cover depending on terrain or buildings. A building on the left side of a squad can provide full coverage, yet the squad could be entirely open on the right or behind them. Cover can also break the line of sight for a squad, hiding their position, making urban combat much riskier than in the open field. For units caught in an open field, or to further protect the squad in low cover environments, you can use hotkey X and some AP to crouch for a better bonus. So good, they do have at least crouching, which allows that squad to use their special weapon should they have the AP to do so. Note that while crouched, the squad cannot move until they get out of the crouching position for a similar AP cost. Crouching costs action points. Uncrouching costs action points. Vehicles can also use cover, but it may restrict their line of fire. Consider moving slowly in areas with lots of terrain elements and buildings to limit the chance of falling into an ambush from enemy units in heavier cover. When you're in a position to attack an enemy squad, select the attack you want to use, hover over the enemy squad, bring up an overview of the attack. Here you'll be able to determine if it's best to attack or not by looking at potential factors such as accuracy, armor penetration, and suppression potential towards enemy unit. You can also consider modifiers such as whether the squad is in cover, deployed, or crouched, as well as their level of suppression, armor level, blah, 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 blah. Okay. No outcome is guaranteed, but this can provide enough information to confirm or cancel the desired attack. So there is some RNG, random factors that get thrown in. Combat, psychological effects. Suppression represents a unit's performance degrading both physically and mentally due to being attacked, be it directly or indirectly. A unit is harder to suppress the more discipline it has. When a unit accumulates suppression, it will move from unaffected to suppressed and finally to pinned down. Each subsequent level of suppression reduces the combat effectiveness of the squad from accuracy to the amount of AP it will have in the next turn. So it limits their AP as well. That's pretty neat. There are several ways suppression is applied to a squad. Dealing damage to a squad, especially when a squaddie is killed. Suppression is applied per shot, so a weapon with a high rate of fire tends to apply more suppression. Reduced in cover or when the squad wears heavy armor. Reduced depending on the discipline of the squad. A portion of suppression is also applied to neighboring tiles. You can see the current level of suppression for any visible squad on the battlefield by looking at the top bar above the squad or by hovering over the squad to bring up its combat stats. Fleeing, when a unit takes repeated attacks or loses multiple squaddies in a single turn, it can overwhelm them to the point of fleeing, as noted by the squad's icon pulsing white. These squads cannot attack in that round, but have a chance to recover morale. On the chance they do not, they may flee the battlefield, each round taking a new opportunity to recover. Tactically, these units are no longer a threat in that round, meaning you can turn to securing mission objectives if they do not require you to kill the enemy. Attacking vehicles. Attacking vehicles yields slightly different stats. Many vehicles are equipped with directional armor, meaning that certain sides may have more armor than others. When you choose to attack the vehicle, consider its armor levels when you hover over it and note that certain weapons are more effective than others. Choosing a rocket launcher or heavy gun with high penetration will result in the most devastation. When taking damage, rather than face psychological effects, vehicles take component damage instead, potentially knocking them out of service and stranding the vehicle. Vehicles also have different controls from infantry squads. For example, a vehicle can move in reverse while still facing forward. Where infantry squads can crouch using the X key, vehicles can use X to face a certain direction while remaining in a tile. Both of these options are designed to keep the highest level of armor facing directional fire when possible. In this demo, you have access to a single type of off-site ability, minigun strafing, which allows you to select 5 tiles to lay down some heavy suppressive minigun fire. These types of abilities have a limited number of uses per battle, do not cost AP, and usually take a complete turn of all squads to enact. You'll see the minigun strafing icon fill up as it gets closer to the point of enactment. When using these type of abilities, it's often a wise strategy to lay down suppressive fire on units within the selected tiles, preventing them from moving out of the area of effect. So basically, if you're going to fire the minigun, it's going to take a while for the spool up or whatever. And in the meantime, you might want to lay down suppressive fire in that area until the minigun starts firing, because by the time it starts firing, those units might have tried to already move out of the way. Taking casualties is inevitable for even the most skilled tactician. It is important to understand that since squads are made up of a group of individuals known as squaddies, losing these squaddies also means a reduction in the combat effectiveness of that squad, as they will have less firepower for suppression, damage, and unit abilities. Remember that you can bring new squaddies into your squad in between missions. However, the manpower pool is not unlimited, so it's best to protect your squads as much as possible. Mission success. After completing your mission, you will receive the items from the mission parameter as well as an additional randomized reward of your choice. Mission results screen provides further information on a range of mission stats, including the effectiveness of the mission, casualties, and overall rating. You will be rewarded with promotion points, which can go toward the aforementioned promotion tree to apply new abilities and stats within your squad. The last screen details your squad summary. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Tips and tricks. Manpower is limited. Losing too many squaddies can result in half-filled squads in the next mission. Consider your squad leader's abilities while customizing their loadout. Some squads are better suited to specific types of weapons than others. Take your time on the battlefield. Weapons have an optimal range for maximum damage and accuracy. With limited ammo, it might be better to move closer or wait for the enemy to approach before shooting. In other words, wait till you see the white of their eyes. Take your time on the battle. Yeah, I already read that. Some vehicles can transport squads, protecting them across the battlefield. Vehicles can move backwards to protect themselves from heavy fire. Vehicles can run over units, causing immediate casualties and increasing their suppression. Use cover whenever possible, even at the expense of not using up all your action points. A suppressed squad has less accuracy and action points. Use this to your advantage, or consider converging on a friendly suppressed unit to protect them. Consider repeated attacks on a single enemy squad to keep them locked down. Okay, so that's the basics. Back to the actual game. All right, here we go. All right. Counterinsurgency. First touching ground, we need to secure the immediate area. Send out patrols and make sure the area is free of any pirate skirmishers that might perform surprise attacks, scout our movements, or prepare ambushes. Objectives: sweep the area and clear out 60% of all pirate units. Rewards: infantry weapon and expanded LZ landing zone. Securing landing zones will substantially increase our freedom of movement going forward. Upon completion, the friendly deployment zone is increased by 20% for the rest of this operation. And the infantry weapon, it doesn't say. So they said I could pick missions, right? So that's this one. And the one that says stop extortion. I thought it said 3 missions that you get to pick from. But I see how the plan goes here. So you start either here, then you got these branches. You can go, if you finish this one, you can go to this mission and then go there, or you can go here, go there. So this mission right here can be done by either choice you pick. These 2 missions can only be done if you do the first one. The stop extortion one, and it does have a difficulty rating on each one. These both have the same difficulty rating. And I assume that's the amount of supplies you get. So to stop extortion one, pirates have been extorting a local settlement for a while now. Something must have gone wrong, as intense gunfire has been picked up by our sensors from the location. Head there ASAP and stop whatever the pirates are doing there. Time is of the essence, so better bring some fast transports. Save civilians by destroying 80% of all attacking enemies. This one you get an infantry special weapon and you get a civilian trading post. In the way back where resources are scarce and piracy common, civilian trading posts are worth infinitely more than their weight in zero gravity gold. Really? Zero gravity, zero grav gold. Gravity, okay. Securing such a location would be most favored by both the locals as well as their leadership. On completion, +5 trust with local faction, +1 civilian trading good. Now that one means that they would both have a choice of doing the protect town mission. But if we chose stop extortion and succeeded, we would be searching for weapon caches and get infantry armor in a bossman den. Pirate leaders tend to hole up in caves. This one, if we decide to go with this one, it would be take out a bomb maker and we get infantry accessories and some ordnance. So which one do I want to start with first? I want to do the ground, the search and destroy, basically counterinsurgency. So how do I do squads? Let's see. How do I change or add people to missions? So she's a Lance Corporal. What's her specialty? A scion of the Psi Corp, the largest megacorp in the core worlds. Richest person in the way back. She does an exceptional job of hiding, always pretending to be as far away from her. Okay, supply cost for her squad. So she lowers the cost of supplies. Okay. What's her combat abilities? That's what I care about. We gotta learn what all these stats. So that's her armor, hit points, discipline, detection ability, not very good at all of concealing, a 9 on that. So if we look at, say, her and then him, so they got the same exact, they all got the same stats. So see, she's, what is she? So this is someone who needs a vehicle, right? Yeah, because she has no stats. I'm just trying to figure out how all this works. So all that's, it's a squad type infantry, right? Infantry, 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 vehicle. So this one, and if we don't add a vehicle, would be needed. So what happens if I remove somebody from a mission? How do I add somebody else? I can't pick. Yeah, you can't pick your squad members yet. Okay. How do I add a vehicle? Okay, so I can get. Okay, so it shows the cost. 160 supply, and that one is a troop carrier. Let's see, this one can carry, this ATV, all-terrain vehicle, is armored to protect against most small caliber weapons, quick and maneuverable, be fitted with a variety of medium weapons. Vehicle, accessory slots 3. It's -2 on concealment. How many people can it carry, though? Like this, oh, why does it not list how many people can be carried in a vehicle? I'm a little confused. And how many points, starting points, do I have? Is that the number of points I have? Hmm. I'm assuming this is the number of points I have. So to make the most money, so to speak, you want to limit as much as you can. So we're going to add, this one can take medium weapons. This one has 2 accessory slots. This one has 3. Concealment is -2. Concealment is -3. So this one's bigger, of course. Got 7 vision, where this has 8 vision. So this one can see better. Accuracy is 70, 70. Armor 110, 120. This one's got higher armor. Hit points 250, 180. Trade value 70. Unit size 1. Unit size thing worries me. Is that the max amount of people that can be in one? I wish it listed how many people could use a vehicle. I'm assuming this one would take one person. Looks like it would only fit one person. So here's her stats if I go with the ATV. If I go with that, all right, so 125, 80, 110, 80, 70. So her stats are based on the vehicle. Yeah, her stats are completely based on the vehicle. And then I've got 60 promotion points, so I can upgrade. Why has he got a download thing? Is that because he's airborne? 30% discount on promotions. Mobile infantry. Unequipped squad. I wish I knew what these little icons meant. Is that just their unit name? First Spaceborne Regiment, Astral Assault, Recon. Yeah, that's what those patches. That's just their soldier patches. Okay, so what happens if I click plan mission? Does it end my ability to do squad stuff? Yeah, it does. I think. So I've utilized 172 of 8. Yeah, so that's my max point right now is 814. So if I go to her, what are these? Accessory slots, smoke launchers. Is that all? Wow. Okay, so if I change it to that, what is this? That's smoke launchers. Now this can take 2 main weapons, so this can take a heavy and a light. Or medium anyway. Laser, rocket launcher, and a heavy machine gun. And then under light, we can take a light machine gun. Let's see. If we go with that, we've got a choice of 1 weapon. All right, so our job is counterinsurgency. Let's go with that. Go with the heavy gun and the light gun. And we'll take smoke launchers. And apparently I can't take them twice, so that's my only choice. All right. So she is a recon. What kind of weapons we've got here? Assault rifles, battle rifle. Now she is a recon, so shouldn't she have a silenced weapon by default? Yeah, she's a. It's just a straight up regular service weapon. So we want something silenced. Sniper rifles, precision. Oh, okay. So that's considered the accurate. Oh, good. You can see a comparison between the two vehicles. Two. Wow, that one is a much better gun. So what happens if we go to wait a minute. Okay, the only thing that one's better on is rate of fire. Hit point and rate of fire. Accuracy. Wow. The accuracy so much higher on that. I'm a little confused because this one is supposed to be under accurate, right? But this one is saying it has an accuracy modifier of 10. So if I choose that and then go back to this, yeah, it doesn't have an accuracy modifier listed. Huh. That's the only one that has accuracy modifier. That's odd. And then special. Oh, I'm an idiot. So she can take standard weapon. So she could take a sniper rifle. Okay. Or a rocket launcher or a grenade launcher. Let's give her a sniper rifle since she is. That one has an accuracy modifier of 10. The only thing that machine gun is better on is rate of fire. Wow. Same with that. Of course, that one's going to be damage. Damage. Well, that one actually has higher accuracy than the sniper. That don't make no sense. Anyway, we're going to stick with that. Oh, you can change fatigues. Now that's cool. Wow, the armor and durability and all that is off the scale. We're just going to go with the fatigues for now. I wonder if you can make your own characters. That would be so cool. All right, so we got her done. All right. His is what again? He's just a straight up assaulter, right? Can he carry grenades? Let's see. Ammo bag, explosive charges, grenades, smoke grenades, skybot. Ooh. This is basically a drone. Combat drugs. Hold on a second. I'm going to give her either smoke grenades or the drone. Give her the drone. Just going to give him grenades. All right. He's Lance Corporal. These are all Lance Corporals. So who's my squad leader? They're all Lance Corporals. Hold up now. Do I have to promote him first? So, how do you do it? so that costs 20 to promote. Never quits or gives up. Squad is set to neutral morale instead of wavering instead of fleeing. 15% accuracy and discipline conferred. Plus HP. Standby will force the enemy to act next. Mark a target and gain 20% accuracy against it for 2 rounds. Negative 50 incoming damage when at or below. We're going to go with Inspiring Presence. Oh, and then it unlocks other things. Oh, okay. Mouthy side piece. Disappointing kids. Ungot promotions. Rally. All 60 action points to use. These are all. Well, no, not all of them. All right. But besides dying, the second worst part of getting shot is not knowing when it's going to stop. Negative 50% accuracy for 1 turn. Enemy units suffering casualties. Sometimes you have to respect the fact that the other team gets paid to do their job too. Doubles the SL's defense and damage reduction when suppressed. After a while, those zips and zings just become noise. Doubles defense and damage reduction when suppressed. That's actually not a bad one. Keep an eye on that one. We got 40 points left. Let's see. This guy's a straight up assaulter. She is the vehicle person. Let's see. Negative 50% AP costs for returning and reversing. That's not bad. I wouldn't have to take that. That's pretty good. So I've got how many points left? Got 20 points left. All right, what was she again? Dead enemies drop. Supply costs. Attacks have a 25% check to inflict 50% more damage. Damage drop 1 refill for special weapon, 10%. All right, I'm gonna leave her alone. And Lance Corporal Cody, the Forgiven. What is they? Gain a 20% adjacent attacks. So he's a mercenary? Increases deployment zone. Vanguard elements landing ahead of the main. Be carefully balance your mission between 2 primary and 1 priority. Scouting a location increases deployment zone. Demolitions expert. Disables when suppressed. Doubles defense. Okay, I'm gonna leave him alone. And let's go back to vehicle promotions again. 25% damage and armor penetration against vehicles. Regain 30 AP after destroying a unit. Light defect for each defect inflicted. Regain 30 AP after destroying a unit. That I don't have enough money. Or points, whatever you want to call them. I can't promote this one any further. Okay. So 50% concealment. +2 range, +1 detection. Ooh. Do I want her detectable or do I want her to be able to see further? 3% defense for each tile distance from enemy fire. And we'll take the scout thing. 2+2 to view range and detection. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm ready. Let me see how many points I got left. So he's got frags. Oh. I'll give him drugs. Keep him hyped up. Okay. He's got grenades. She's got the drone. She's got the smoke launchers to the vehicle. She's got nothing. Yeah. Guess I'll give him frags as well. Or I could give one of them. You know what? I'll give the rich girl supplies. Ammo bag. There we go. Then I'll give this one some more frags. All right. I think we're ready to go. Why is she not checkmarked? Add to mission. Oh, I'd taken her mission for some reason. Didn't know I'd done that. All right, so the deployment zone is here. Daytime, day, weather clear. Sweep the area and clear out 60% of all. Woo! We are going to be surrounded. So how do you? Oh, okay. This is how you decide. So what are these? What are these bright ones? Are these buildings? So we want the vehicle right out in the open so we can see. Where's the sniper? That's the sniper right there. Let's put the sniper here. Put the vehicle right there. The leader we're going to have right behind everybody so that everybody gets the benefit. Put her there. And then put Mr. Normal Soldier there. All right. You're using less than 70% of the available supplies. Wait. Okay, well, let's bump some stuff up. Let's give him a rocket launcher. Wait, which one was the explosives expert? I don't remember who the explosives expert was. He's the leader. Okay, I guess we'll give him a rocket launcher. And we'll give him a machine gun. Give him a saw. Give him a grenade launcher. give her the machine gun. And I guess I'll give them better fatigues. No, I'm going to leave it like that. All right. All right. So, oh, wait a minute. So each guy is a squad. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Each person was the leader of a squad. I'm an idiot. The only one that doesn't have squaddies is the vehicle. Okay. Sweep the area and clear out. So let's see. Minigun strafing, unguided missile strike. Huh. What is that? Civilian trucks. Okay. So this is my straight up normal dude, right? Nope, nope, nope.
Come on, let's get it going. Ready, Major.
Okay, so this is my straight up normal soldiers. So let's use our recon person first. So how do I use the drone? Is that small skybot sent out to scout a certain area? Can remote control to relocate within 10 tiles of the drone operator. I do this. Deploy Falcon. Limited to one more use. Oh no, I don't want to do that yet.
Sir.
All right, so we're going to send her out first. Let's see. Is there a map? Show line of sight is R.
Eyes open.
I don't see the line of sight working. Holding down R, not doing anything. All right, so I guess we'll send her. I want to keep her in cover though. Did she move to here? Why is it not working?
Major.
Deploy. Order the squad to keep low, get into a defensive formation, deploy any heavy. This squad is not deployed, it cannot move. Okay, I don't want it to deploy, I want to move. Okay, there we go. So, move there.
Movement.
All right, they already detected. So how do you fire? Boy, any heavy weapon. So she can't fire that, right? Yeah, it's got to be deployed. And I'm out of points. Okay.
What?
All right, let's get the tank. Can they fire on that? Takes 40 points. All right, this is all right, in turn. Yeah, can't fire on them either. All right. How do you fire? I'm gonna figure this out.
Keeping an eye out.
Limited one use, limited one use. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have him head out first. Okay, so that shows how far away you can hit. Okay. Is there like a? It's like a hunker down. All right. Turn.
Orders? Going. Yep.
These guys. I'll have them cover my rear guard.
Sure.
These ones cover. Stay there. Cover up this way. All right, and turn.
Yeah!
I don't think they've even seen my units yet.
Eyes open.
Excellent accuracy, full armor penetration.
They're suppressed.
All right. Can I fire again?
Contact.
Gonna pin down. All right, and turn.
What?
Gonna have the tank open up. Out of range. Out of range. So we need to put the tank up.
What?
Major, keep your eyes on this Marine.
Thanks.
So they're wiped out. They are wiped out. All right. End their turn.
Yeah.
Have them stay where they're at.
Movement.
This is why I had these guys over here. So they're out of range right now. I'm going to move them up to these rocks.
Orders.
Can I move these guys up? Oh, yeah, they're. You gotta make them get up. I forgot. If I move right there, I'll be within range. Damn it. All right, I'm gonna leave them there then. Just in case. I'll leave everybody where they're at for now.
Yeah.
Sir.
What?
All right, let's
Orders?
get the sniper. Can I hit from here? I can't. Holy shit.
Hey! Not cool!
Took out their specialist.
Enemy is suppressed.
Pinned down.
What?
This one I need to rotate. This way. Move it up to up there.
Yep.
All right, they're still alive, but they're super suppressed. All right, so I give these guys a chance.
Orders?
Up then.
Movement!
Can't attack.
Yeah.
All right. Leave these guys here.
Yeah?
And leave these guys here.
Sir.
Leave all these guys alone. See what happens.
Orders?
Let's see.
Moving! Close one, eh, bud?
Poor infantry. That used to be me.
All right, let's do this. Let's move this. Can't hit these guys. So, with some smoke. I can hit deploy the smoke. I'm not sure how that works.
Orders?
Can't hit these guys from here. All right, let's move her up. No, I'm gonna leave her where she's at. Take out the rest of these guys.
Keep it up, Marine.
We'll have her.
Moving to waypoint.
Yeah.
All right. Long.
Yeah.
Sir.
What?
Oh, I'm just out of.
Nice work.
Wipe them out. All right. We are going to take this way so we're not showing our back. All right.
Orders?
Move her up to the rocks. Is she at the rocks? I don't think she's at the rocks. All right, have her hunker down and turn. Oh, we got a vehicle. Got a vehicle. All right, can these guys attack? He's got a rocket launcher, right? No, he's got a machine gun. So we're going to have him hunkered down. Oh, he's just out of range. Okay, leave him there. Can't attack with this. No armor penetration, no suppression.
Need more firepower. Deflected.
I'll keep them on the rear guard there. I don't like the idea of moving them. Move her as far as we can. Oh yeah. I don't like that it costs 20 points to take a vehicle. I guess you can't take the vehicles, huh? Oh, we'll move her up as far as we can.
Yeah.
Leaving him there.
Who, sir?
Leaving him there.
What?
All right. So this group Still not within range of their machine gun. Machine gun's right there. Ah, all right. So let's see if we can move the tank up. Lost 40 points.
Kill them all.
All right. Engine is damaged, so they're not going nowhere. Around this way. Oh, they're still going. They're just not going very good. All right. Get them to open up. Oh, you dummy. You drove right into my zone of my...
Weapon free! Need more firepower! Deflected! We got visual!
Oh, shit.
We're pinned! Alert! Alert! EMP!
I don't know how to do this.
Coordinates received.
There we go.
Yeah?
Yep. Sir!
Leaving them there.
What? More!
You. I can't get the smoke to work. I don't. There we go.
Orders?
And you can't see the range of her sniper rifle until you're hunkered down either. Which kind of sucks.
Oscar Mike. They got us zeroed.
Hold tight, Bug. We're coming.
Yeah.
fire mission underway.
Hoorah, Major!
Thing did not hit anywhere where I said it should hit, did it?
Still under heavy fire! Sir,
What?
Oh, she's suppressed. Son of a bitch.
sir, orders!
I need to just move these guys out of here because they're all right.
What?
Well, you effed up now. What? Oh, this is stupid. I can't fire through the smoke even though I can clearly see where they're at. That is stupid. Why can't I hit these guys? I can shoot that behind them, but I can't hit them. What?
Grind those dogs down!
There's no way to flee. I guess when you're pinned, you're pinned. Let's crawl over here.
Yep.
Yeah?
Ah, of course. I'm just right out. Every time I'm right out of range. Look at that. Right out of range. And standing up costs 20 points. God, that's annoying. You can't use your secondary unless you're crouched. I don't like that. I'm going to leave that alone because there's not much I can do.
Yeah. Who, sir? Sitrep, enemy hardware.
We are pinned!
You're still pinned? No.
What? you, 103rd. Whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sir. Orders?
Rifle range is always open, Marine.
Get off my back.
Look at that. Just out of range. Isn't that some bullshit?
Missed. Pathetic.
Like I want to hear shit from a pirate.
What?
Hoorah!
What?
So am I out of... You only have so many uses per thing either. Ooh. Not sure I like that either. You can't get more ammo?
Orders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir. About time.
What?
Hmm.
Armor detail on duty. I can kill from anywhere. Orders?
Yeah. Moving!
Yeah? Get there yesterday.
Sir. Hostiles! About time.
What? Orders? What?
Yeah.
Are you...
Negative contact! No harm, all foul.
down every dog. Yeah. Die already.
Move out! Movement! Orders?
Better you than me. Orders? What? Orders?
Oh, no. I'm wanting to move the damn tank. Stop it.
Orders?
Oh, my God. You can't.
Casevac needed! Yep. Module damage.
These grenades are freaking worthless. Why do they get a turn every time I move somebody?
Orders? Yeah. Keep it up. Orders? Orders?
So according to this, I've got 2 rounds left. I think that's silly. That is so silly having. Wasn't this guy supposed to have?
Medic Major!
Somebody was supposed to have.
Orders!
Where's the special ability the guy had with ammo? Did somebody have an ammo bag? I could have sworn somebody had an ammo bag.
Orders?
All right, I'm gonna open up Notepad and notes here because. All right, 20 AP points, every time you want to crouch or uncrouch is rather expensive, especially since you have to crouch to use special weapons and you can't move while crouched. Ammo seems
Come on.
way too limited. Turns it into a tactical game from a from a tactical game to a puzzle game because you just need to figure out how many enemies and use the least ammo per enemy. Okay. Let's see here. See, like my tank. There's no way a tank should. I mean, sniper having only 20 rounds on them. That seems a little silly. Seems extremely silly to me. God, I hate that crouching mechanic. I really hate it.
103rd heading to cover.
Sir.
I wonder what happens if I launch that here then. I'm one. How is that? I'm always one tile out of range.
About time.
What?
Oh, that's the other question.
Hey, don't get hit.
Why does enemy get
Orders?
attacks of opportunity, but it seems like the player never does?
Enemy movement.
See, that's not a attack of opportunity. That's still during my turn. See how they're getting to do shit?
We are in contact.
That don't seem right. That really does not seem right.
Sir. Grenade out! Grenade out! Yeah. Who? roofing it!
Yeah.
Up for it!
What?
Sir! Dope is green.
See, they always get an opportunity, a fire opportunity.
Reporting
Makes-
KIA.
Makes no sense.
Orders?
And it costs so damn much just to move. So weird how it's always right out of my range. One shot, one move out of my range.
You're not dead. I looked way worse than that.
Also, needs a system to show max movement, AP allowed, and still fire per turn. Yeah, they always get a move opportunity after one of my guys moves. Every freaking time.
Yeah.
Orders?
All these people are way too far away to do a damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About time.
What?
See, I can't. It doesn't show you how far you can move and still be able to fire because I'm not even clear how many points, movement points I got. How many AP do I got? Got 56 AP out of 100. So it costs 40 to fire. Okay. I got to have at least 40 points.
Initiating sit rep. Taking fire.
No shit. I can't do nothing about it. Screwed. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Yep.
57 points just to get out of the vehicle. Why does it cost less to do that than it does to do that?
Hoofing it.
Orders? Yeah.
You can't, and you also can't you can't, oh, okay, so you got to do all your stuff in one move. Okay.
Orders? Orders? We got a flank. Enemy suppressed.
Measure. Grenade out. Help is coming.
I don't know how to treat wounded out people. I really don't. I have no idea.
Other kutader.
And for some reason, I can't see these guys, even though there's clearly clear line of sight there. It also doesn't explain how to deploy something like this.
Orders?
Oh yeah, I have no more sniper rifle bullets left. Of course.
Let's go around them.
Yeah. This is irritating the hell out of me. All right, I'm going to leave a comment. On the page. I'm going to be nice. Feedback and suggestions. Highly suggested suggestions. Any order they like. I'll go back, fix error, spelling crap later. I don't know why it has a spell check when it doesn't physically change the actual words in Steam. You see that? I'm clicking on the watch. It doesn't actually change it. I don't know why it bothers showing you. Opportunity. Red, I see you. I see you. That does not look right. It's not right. Dick, I see you, Ellis. How do you edit your tech? Okay. In my personal opinion right now, it's got legs to be a decent RTS, but there's so many aggravating factors about it that would make playing it any length of time just aggravating. 20 points, which is 1/5 of all your points, just to crouch or uncrouch, is ridiculous, especially when said crouching is required to use your secondary weapon and is required to uncrouch just to move. Why can't soldiers move while crouched? They do it all the time in real life. The low ammo count is just ridiculous. I mean, a drone could be used one time and it did absolutely nothing. The placement of weapons, like special weapons, seems buggy. I kept trying to launch the smoke grenade canisters and I would click where I wanted to, nothing would happen. No acknowledgement, nothing. It would just stick there like, okay, so you selected this, now what do you want? It needs more feedback on, okay, this isn't, you can't do this, or you don't have enough points, something. It needs to be clearer what effect, like that one time I was attacking those people behind the rock. It said great penetration, medium accuracy. None of my shots were landing, and the character kept saying, you need to flank them, you need to flank them. Yeah, well, that's what the stats are supposed to be for. If it's saying, hey, you got good penetration and good accuracy, decent accuracy, you should expect that you're going to be able to hit them. Maybe not wipe out the whole squad in one attack, but you should be able to do some damage. Instead, it was just like the bullets were just bouncing off the rocks. So it needs to have better feedback on, okay, you don't have line of sight, because it was saying I had line of sight, but it wasn't giving me line of sight. Anyway, those are my main gripes. Graphically, it looks nice. Of course, it's just a desert thing. The cover system seems a little too grid based. I really think the AP system needs to be really way overdone because it's just way too punishing. Oh, hop 5 feet and fire, hop 5 feet and fire, hop 5. Oh, you're out of ammo. You're done. You're a useless unit at this point. You're a tank and you use 30 rounds from both your guns, you're done. That's just silly. It turns the game into a puzzle. Like I was saying, it makes it more of a puzzle. How can I get the most effective damage in the least amount of time? It's not tactical. That's just figuring out, oh, the enemy's going to pour over from here and it's going to be, there's going to be 10 squads against my 4 or 5. They're going to have unlimited ammo. I'm not. So I've got to make sure every single shot I fire lands or I have no chance. No tactics of, drawing an enemy in, doing like pincer maneuvers or any of that. Every shot's got to be, we got to hit the target every time or we're going to run out of ammo. Apparently I'm not the only one that seems to have that issue. People are really disappointed. Like I said, I think the game's got some legs. I think it could be good. They really need to, if they want to make the game punishing, make the game punishing by making the AI smart. Don't make the game punishing by severely limiting the player while giving the AI free range to do whatever. That's cheap. Nobody likes that. I haven't played enough of it to know how deep it is or how effective the AI actually is. They seem kind of dumb, to be honest with you. I hope it's not one of those games where they try to say it's hard because they overwhelm you with AI, which is what this seemed to be, because I killed, I don't know how many groups I killed already before I got frustrated and just quit. There's something missing. I don't know quite how to explain what I'm trying to get at. It feels like each squad is alone on its own. You can't merge squads in the same tile. It feels like each one is a separate chess piece that's absolutely on its own. Oh, I moved this guy out here. Well, he's 5 tiles away. This other unit who's a sniper, there's no way he can get there in time to help him because they couldn't travel together or anything. Oh, and by the way, you've only got 5 rounds in your sniper rifle left. You want to go save the squad who's pinned down and is probably going to get wiped out? Or do you want to go attack the other 4 or 5 enemy squads that are going to show up later? You see what I mean? It doesn't prioritize tactic. It prioritizes everybody worrying about them, each squad worrying about its own self. Some of the special weapons seem pointless. I threw 4 grenades on a little truck, did nothing. Nothing. That's ridiculous. You throw a grenade at a normal truck, the truck's probably not going to be running. By the second grenade, you're probably going to have killed everybody in the truck. So, and giving you one, you spend all those points to get like a drone. Oh, you can use it one time. Or you spend all those points to get a missile barrage. You can use it once. That's it. It needs a lot of work. The developers need to get somebody who has made military tactic games. I know they made Battle Brothers. That's a totally different ball of soup than a military tactics game that requires long ranges and ballistics and all that. So I doubt they'll watch my video, but if they do, maybe they'll take my pointers. I'll come back and check it in a couple weeks, see how it's doing. But for right now, as is, it's a no buy from me. Thank you for watching, and y'all have a great